Thanks for joining me today, everybody. Giving the barrel a good spin, hoping I pick a winner out today. I'm going to call this person later in the show. If they know the amount in our jackpot, they win. Today on Daytime, how to look fabulous in 5 minutes. It shouldn't have to take you hours for you to look your best. So my guest today has some time-saving advice for a complete look head to toe. Also, many of us spend our lives working hard so we can retire in comfort and enjoy the good things in life. So how do you stay healthy in the golden years when our bodies typically start to fade? One guest today tells us how we can age to perfection. And we also show you a new way to renew and update your kitchen cabinets. It's better than buying new. It's all today on Daytime. We wrap up the month of November with our final guest in the hospice story, and all month long we have been shining light on this facet of medical care and the extraordinary individuals who are dedicated to this important work. And just as every person's journey in life is different, so are the many hospice groups. And joining me today with a look at the mission of InCare Hospice is Matt Kalmeyer. Welcome back again, Matt. Nice to see you. Describe InCare, because as we've said, different hospice programs offer different things.
Certainly. I would say our focus is twofold. One, we really are experts at allowing an older adult to age in place. And then number two, I really think where we're exceptional is putting the control back in the individual and say what options are available for you and what would you like for the rest of your life.
You think it's important for these folks to be able to stay in their own home, as you say, age in place, and in those final days?
Oh, absolutely. And I think if you look at any research out there, anyone will tell you, I think it's like 98% of the population say that they would like to live their lives as independently as possible in their own homes.
Do you do it by training the family to help you, and then you send in aides?
Oh, exactly. Or what we do really is we provide a team of experts, nurses, aides, social workers, chaplains, volunteers, in some cases even therapists and dietitians, to really support that older adult and their family to allow them to age in place.
Now, you mentioned something here called the hospice benefit, which I haven't heard about, and it's interesting. We've been talking about this all month long, and no one's really approached the topic of the hospice benefit. What is that?
Well, the hospice benefit is, when I speak of that, I speak of the Medicare hospice benefit, and most of your viewers probably know that Medicare is typically for someone who is retired over the age of 60 or 65, and the Medicare hospice benefit is an entitlement. And what entitlement means is it's already been paid for by the recipient, because as they worked, they paid into the Medicare system, and this is one of those benefits that there's no out-of-pocket cost because it's already been paid for.
So why don't people utilize it more?
Well, I think with the world of hospice, there's a stigma regarding what hospice is. People think they know what it is, and they really are misinformed. Sometimes there are a lot of myths, misunderstandings. People think you must have cancer, it's for the very end of your life, you give up all control.
Or more importantly, what's the Medicare definition of hospice?
Oh, well, Medicare's definition of hospice is that there is a team of individuals that go where the patient lives to provide them pain and symptom management. And when I say pain and symptom management, I not only mean physical, but also emotional and spiritual. It pays for anything that's related to the reason the person's receiving hospice care. That could be medications, equipment, supplies. They have access to help 24 hours a day, meaning if someone calls the hospice provider, like InCare, at 3 o'clock in the morning, a nurse will come to their home. This is all paid for and provided through the Medicare hospice benefit.
Now, is there a limit on the Medicare that, maybe only a certain number of months you can use and get this benefit?
That's a great question. What Medicare says is a person who has a prognosis of 6 months or less, given the normal disease process, is then eligible for the Medicare hospice benefit if they want it. The tricky part is, or where it gets very complex, is prognosticating or predicting someone's lifetime can be very, very difficult, and Medicare acknowledges that. So really, a person can receive the hospice benefit for more than 6 months as long as they continue to qualify. And that's a medical situation.
It's just something that folks should look into, and as you said, not wait until the last minute for many of these things. I mean, it would be wonderful if that's one less worry people had.
Absolutely, and what we have found, Gail, is time and time again, what we hear twofold is this: I wish I'd known about this sooner, or I wish I'd known about this at all because we really struggled to care for my mother. And what I would encourage anyone to do is, if they're working with an older adult, caring for an older adult, and they've seen that this person needs more and more help. Maybe they've been in and out of the hospital more, maybe they need more attention, that they give a local hospice, and hopefully it's InCare, a call, and we'd be happy to sit down and chat with them, even if they're not ready or eligible today. The fact that they've got the information allows for a much better decision when they need it.
When can they reach you? How can they reach you?
Absolutely. They can call if they're in Central Ohio at 457-6950. And if they're in Southern Ohio at 740-947-3010.
Matt, nice to have you back here and some great information. Thank you.
You're welcome.